Hello everybody, this is Final Bob and welcome to race number 22 of the 2020-21 NROL Skittles Cup Series season. This is the MBTA Triple Cup Challenge race number 2 at the 8 Bowl Super Speedway. It was definitely a rather interesting race for the Truck Series yesterday at this track, and I am definitely looking forward to seeing what the Cup Series can bring today. Hopefully something a little bit better on the table than the one we had last time at Hillside. Hillside was a little bit of a stupid race, but hopefully this race will be a bit less stupid, and it should be, because we're at the 8th Bowl Super Speedway, track that actually provided a pretty good show for the Truck Series yesterday, so naturally it should provide a good show for the Cup Series today. So let's waste no further time and give you your starting grid for this race. So in the pool, this one is Brad Gislowski, alongside second is Chase Elliott, third is Matt DiBenedetto, fourth is Doug, fifth is Cowboy, sixth is Nia, seventh is Clint Boyer, eighth is Alex Bowman, ninth is Kevin Harvick, 10th is Eric Jones, 11th is William Byron, 12th is Douglas, 13th is the Red Fox third, 14th is Eric NROL, 15th is Chris Butcher, 16th is Ryan Priest, 17th is Cole Custer, 18th is Christian Bell, 19th is Porter Bobbin, 20th is Rebecca, 21st is Bank Coaches, 22nd is Tim Tom, 23rd is Denny Hamler, 24th is Donald, 25th is Joe Legon, 26th is Gridgen, 27th is Ryan Laney, 20th is Martin Sheeran, 29th is Kurt Busch, 30th is Purser, 31st is Oliver, 32nd is Russell David, 33rd is Tyler Reddick, 34th is Matt Kenseth, 35th is Brian Newman, 36th is Jimmy Johnson, 37th is Austin Dillon, 30th is Rudy Sean Sheeran, 39th is Bo Wallace, 40th is 36th, 41st is Mommy, and 42nd in last is Reed Sorensen. Yes. So if you're not quite sure how the MBTA Triple Cup Challenge actually works, I recommend watching the previous race in the series to understand what's actually going on. And I actually forgot to explain the Truck Series race, but yeah, drivers marked out in purple are eligible for the MBTA Triple Cup Challenge. And the same thing in this series, drivers with purple banners and spoilers are eligible for the Triple Cup Challenge. And of course, these drivers are the ones that finished in the top 4 from last weekend, the last race in this series. You know what I mean? So, in the end, it was Austin Dillon winning the Triple Cup Challenge last time, somehow, but still didn't finish the top 4, so unfortunately, and actually that being said, none of the drivers that qualified for the Triple Cup Challenge are actually going to be able to compete this because none of them finished in the top 4, so looks like nobody's going to get the big money this year. Unless Austin Dillon, or one of the drivers that qualified last time, can finish in the top 4 this time. And do well next week. We just have to wait and see. Actually, even if you qualify this week and then just run the best next week, you know, the thing is, you don't have to win the race. You just have to just be the best out of the 4 drivers that qualified. But let's see who will be the best driver of the day. And here we come. Green flag is in the air for the MBTA Triple Cup Challenge race number 2 at the 8 Bowl Super Speedway. Brad Gislowski with a little bit of help with his Penske teammate-in-law of Matt DiBenedetto. It'll be interesting to see how this team dynamic pans out. Well, it's only the start of the race. Like, we're not even at the speed. Yeah, that's the thing about these super speed races, or these races now. They're always exciting at first. And Matt DiBenedetto now goes beneath Brad Keselowski and immediately ditches it. Yeah, remember what I said about that panning out? Didn't even last one lap. Oh, come on, dude. No, this is the sausage. Well, regardless of that, it'll be interesting to see how everyone else, or how everything else pans out. Ooh, a little bit of frame drops on the field. Unfortunately, nothing I can really do about that. I do apologize if there's any frame drops. That's just the game, and it's an issue that I can't really do unless I were to turn down the graphics settings, which I don't really want to do because I'd like to have my graphics set as high as possible. And something while I'm recording. So anyway, Matt DiBenedetto leads them. And Chase Elliott now goes beneath him. And Chase Elliott up to first. So I'm definitely interested to see who's gonna win. Like, are we gonna have a repeat winner or a first time winner? Well, Nia's up here to start this one. And Nia now looking for redemption after her performance at Sandown. That still blows me away, by the way. Just the fact that Nia was in contention to get her first win, and she blows it. Well, let's hope she doesn't do that today. And Chase Elliott actually leads a full lap. Pretty good from him. He also got his Hendrick Motorsports teammate Alex Bowman to help him out. Although now he's got Matt DiBenedetto right behind him. Actually, a lot of Fords up here. Yeah, a lot of Fords actually. I can't see too many Chevys or Toyotas. It's mostly Fords up here. And Matt DiBenedetto now goes beneath Chase Elliott to the lead. And Nia gonna follow suit. Nia's not doing too bad in the points. I mean, she could be doing better, but she could also be doing worse. I mean, especially if you look at her teammate, Rebecca, she's doing absolutely atrocious this season, whereas Nia, I mean, she's not doing too bad, and at least she's gonna lead a lap today. Don't know if she'll lead a lap by the time we come near the end, but hey, at least he's about to lead one lap today. It's not amazing, but something. And Nia leads a lap at the April Super Speedway, and actually, no one's going to her inside. She might lead another one if she can, you know, do some driving. Next on the Truck Series race, there wasn't too much masterful driving. Like, there was a number of occasions where drivers just let go of the lead until the very last lap, where Johnny Sauter led the whole entire lap and wound up winning the race. And yeah, there we go. Chase Elliott goes to the inside of Nia. One thing that I have noticed is that the front of the pack does stay pretty consistent. Like, there isn't like a billion different leaders. Yeah, we have like 5 or 6 different leaders at a time. Here's Chase Elliott all the way back up here. And Matt DiBenedetto up here as well. And Nia already trying to get back to the bottom lane. And Doug though gonna move down to the bottom lane. And you actually have a pretty good chance at just staying up here. But, you know, that could come to an end though once you get sent up. Like, if you get stuck up on the high line, then you lose a lot of ground. Then at that point, it's over for you. You know, as was up for Ryan Truex, he was up here quite a bit, and then he wasn't. So it's definitely gonna be interesting to see what happens in the climate of this race. But at least start the race is pretty interesting. Matt DiBenedetto again, a driver who was in the lead at one point, gonna lead another one. And Duck, who might lead his first lap of the day next time by, and Duck goes to the inside of Matt DiBenedetto. Yeah, I do apologize, my nose is a bit stuffy. Anyway, Duck's leading. Here is Eric Jones. Some guys might confuse the car with Kyle Busch, but trust me, that is Eric Jones in that number 20. Kyle Busch driving the pedigree car for today. And Doug goes to the inside line, and Eric Jones going to follow. But Duck, looks like he is going to lead a lap this time by. And oh, remember what I said though about driving herself back? Looks like Nia, she's managed to get herself over back there only 7 laps into the race. Is now feeling like 3 wide for the lead. And Matt DiBenedetto goes all the way to the bottom lane. And here comes the real Xbox nerd to follow behind. And the real Xbox nerd now up here in 3rd or 2nd. Oh, he's not going to be able to take the lead though. He's going to get stuck in the highline as Eric Jones is there all the way on the bottom lane. And Matt DiBenedetto keeps his lead in this race. Meanwhile, Eric Jones not backing down either. And Eric Jones, yep, he's a man on a mission, goes beneath Matt DiBenedetto. Here comes Eric NROL. That high point car looks pretty cool. Shame we don't see it up front very often. But listen, we're going to see the front today for at least a little bit as Eric NROL trying to just stay up front. It looks like he might have the position on Eric Jones. Yep, there he goes. Eric goes beneath Eric Jones. Eric NROL does have one win on this season, coming earlier in the year at the Texas World Speedway. Now here he is in first in this race. But here's Chase Elliott in second, and Chase Elliott, he's been up here pretty consistently, at least for now. Of course, this race is a lot longer than the Truck Series race, so we can't get excited too soon. Because you know what happens when we get excited too soon. It becomes sausagey. And Chase Elliott goes low, but Eric Jones goes even lower. 3 wide for the lead, and Eric Jones backs the lead at the April Super Speedway. Wow. Eric Jones. Well, he still has Matt DiBenedetto right behind him. Ooh, but actually the whole top 3 gonna stick with Eric Jones. Other teammates in law are getting back together. Matt DiBenedetto with Brad Keselowski. Here comes Freund de Bobbin. And Matt DiBenedetto and Brad Keselowski going nuts. And Brad Keselowski now to the front. And here comes another multiple drivers. Looks like everyone is shifting gears. As now we have a bunch of new drivers up here. You've got Brad Keselowski up here, but here comes Clint Boyer, driver that I haven't spoken about today at all. And Kevin Harvick up here as well. And you also have a couple hundred guys of Alex Bowman, William Byron, and various others. But Brad Keselowski now to lead, and Clint Boyer up here as well. Number of previous winners up here this season. Oh, I do apologize. I'm a bit stuffy today. Brad Keselowski holds the lead, but here comes Clint Boyer going to the bottom lane. And Clint Boyer now to the lead at the April Super Speedway. First time we've seen that today. We've actually got a mix of old and new, so we got some guys who haven't been up front until now, and then some guys who have been up front so far today. I know Freund de Bobbin was making his way up to the field. Then again, we're only 13 laps in. We still have a long way to go in this race. And Eric Jones now goes beneath Clint Boyer. There's actually a number of previous winners up here. Yeah, a lot of these guys up here have won at least once. Except for Eric Jones, who still has yet to win a race this season. Although Tyler Reddick, you know, he became a repeat winner. Well, he was already a repeat winner, but he emphasized the fact that he was a repeat winner by winning last race at Hillside. And right now about to go 2 for 2 in repeat winners in the second race in the MBTA Challenge. And there goes Eric NROL with his stewardess teammate of Clint Boyer going with him. And here's Freund de Bobbin trying to dive to the inside lane. And I see Freund de Bobbin driving another special Amtrak paint scheme. Russell Davids, oh my goodness. Freund de Bobbin sporting the Phase 1 colors of Amtrak. But the Stewart Haas boys of Eric NROL and Clint Boyer are doing a pretty good job at staying in the top 2. Although what's going to happen going to this corner here, the straightaway, this is where they all always go nuts. And yeah, Clint Boyer goes low. Freund de Bobbin stays high. Eric Jones goes low. Various different strategies going on here. And Clint Boyer back to the lead at April. Well, it's going to come through the bottom straightaway. One that goes beneath the bridge. And Eric Jones staying behind Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer about to lead an entire lap here. Okay, not an entire lap. Oh, but it is, well, okay, well, almost a whole lap. But that's what man was going absolutely nuts. 3 wide for first and 3 wide for second, and here comes Bang Coaches. Now making his way up through the field. Wow. Lots of action going on here on this lap at the April Super Speedway. Eric Garwold at first, but everyone is absolutely all over the place. And here is Bang Coaches, a driver who somehow still hasn't won a race yet this season. And Bang Coaches actually not doing too well in the point standings. So let's hope he can do better starting today. He's got Seaman Law for him to help. Ooh, but, man, teammates, though, was it? It's like, okay, now we're going 3 wide for the lead. Eric Jones and Eric Amarola, the 2 Erics, being forced high, as Matt DiBenedetto is now up here in first, and Fernando Bob is right behind him, trying to find a way around him. Fernando Bob, it's amazing, he's only won a single race this season. And Fernando Bob trying to go for another one. And now Fernando Bobbin in the lead. Well, in case Fernando Bobbin never leads again, at least for one time today, we will be able to see Fernando Bobbin driving this pretty nice looking Phase 1 Amtrak paint scheme. As this time Amtrak sponsoring Fernando Bobbin with 50 years of connecting America. Does a pretty good job at leading this lap. But could he lead another one? He's got to defend Matt from out. Oh no, he can't defend his position for the lead. And Matt DiBenedetto goes for the lead, and William Byron here as well. And fun fact, William Byron almost won last race at Hillside. And Fernando Bobbin getting shuffled back, but luckily was here for at least a little bit. And here is Bang Coaches going low once again on the field. Chair being creaky. I know this isn't the most professional broadcast I've ever done, but I'm having to improvise a little bit today, so excuse me. So Bang Coach is now up front, and here comes Eric Garola back again. Ooh, but Bang Coach is gonna do pretty good with trying. Well, at least he tried to stay in front of Eric Garola, but unfortunately not gonna succeed this time. Although he is on the Highland, so he might be able to make a little bit of a comeback in this race. Anyway, Eric Garola, Matt Benedetto, everyone is okay. Ooh, the Highline actually staying pretty dominant. How about that? Matt Benedetto going to lead an entire lap. First time I've seen that today. Matt Benedetto, he has been slowly improving his season. And Eric Garola goes low on him now. And Bang Coaches follows suit. Bang Coach is now behind Eric Garola. And Garola going to lead this lap. Bang Coach actually did a pretty good job of staying behind Eric Garola there. Okay, here comes the corner, and there we go. Once again, field spreading out. Ooh, okay, various maneuvers going on. Bang Coach the lead. And Matt DiBenedetto sitting there in second, and here is Fernando Bobbin back up in the third. It's a couple of more sports affiliated cars trying to get together. It's definitely interesting to see the various team dynamics in this race. Although, okay, for the Bombin actually sticking with bank coaches, whereas Matt Benedetto and various other drivers going low. Here's Kevin Harvick behind Matt Benedetto. Kevin Harvick, I feel like he's won a race at some point this season. Maybe he hasn't. I don't remember. Yeah. I can't recall that. Has Kevin Harvick won a race this season? I'm not sure. Anyway, if we're going absolutely nuts once again, Formula Bob actually now deciding to ditch bank coaches. And Eric Jones now goes to first and Formula Bob back in second. Man, it feels like so much has already happened in this race, and we have so much left to go. Feels like the never-ending race. So, Eric Jones out in front. And yep, I saw that coming from the Bobbin. Now goes below Eric Jones and throwing the Bobbin, going back to the lead at the April Super Speedway. You know, the Florida Bobbin, he's the defending champion, and we've hardly seen him up front this season. I mean, part of that's to do with the parity. But you would at least expect Florida Bobbin to still be somewhat good. I mean, he's high up in the point standings. But he's only won a single race. Yeah, we're 22 races into the season. Well, 21 technically. This is the 22nd race of the season. And so far, up to this point, Florida Bobbin has only won one race, and that was at the Circuit of the Americas, which was quite a while ago now. So let's hope Florida Bobbin can get a win this time. I mean, it doesn't really need to. Florida Bobbin's fine, at least for now, as long as it just stays in the playoffs. It's fine until the playoffs actually begin, but I would like to see some better performances from Florida Bobbin. Although I would also like to see some better performances from bank coaches who, I mean, I say Florida Bobbin has been doing the great. Look at bank coaches, he's been pretty bad. Well, at least for it's about more sports driver. Or YouTube more sports driver, I mean. Yeah, remember, Florida Bobbin, Tobal Motorsports driver, whereas Banco is the YouTube Motorsports driver, which is a Tobal Motorsports own team, but it's still a pretty much different entity. Anyway, Matt Benedetto leads, and Florida Bobbin once again went back around him. And here is Ryan Newman up to 4th. Wow, okay, Ryan Newman, a driver that barely talked about the season, he's in 2nd place. Wow. Ryan Newman, he was all the way in the back. What's he doing up here? Wow. Oh, I guess. Oh, can't quite shut the door on Matt Benedetto, but Ryan Newman running up here. Wow. So Florida Bobbin going to lead this lap, but unfortunately not following up the next one, as here is Matt Benedetto. It's actually been a back and forth battle now between Florida Bobbin and Matt Benedetto, although this back and forth battle might come to an end here if Florida Bobbin can't stay ahead of Eric Jones, or at least somewhat close to him on the straightaway. Yeah, Eric Jones going to spoil the battle between Florida Bobbin and Matt Benedetto, and there goes Eric Jones to the low line. But this does at least Florida Bobbin to once again get back up through here. And Florida Bobbin, there he goes beneath Eric Jones. Now, Amtrak does have a bit of a presence here in Massachusetts. Yeah, they actually do work pretty well in tandem with the MBTA. So you got 2 railroad companies. Well, technically 3 if you count Russell David with his BNSF sponsor car. But you got MBTA and Amtrak that actually work so well in tandem. So it'd be quite interesting if we could see an Amtrak sponsored car win an MBTA sponsored race. As right now we're in Massachusetts, which isn't too far away from the Northeast Corridor, which every American rail fan should know of. Anyway, Matt DiBenedetto going back down. And Matt DiBenedetto now trying to continue his battle with Point Bombin. And here is Ryan Newman putting up a very good performance today. I did not expect to see that from Ryan Newman today, but here he is. Running up in third. Well, second, I mean, he's trying to get around Point Bombin, which proved to be a little bit difficult, but at least he's trying. Okay, well, we're up, this time by we're going to be at the halfway point. And welcome to the halfway point in the race. Man, this battle between Point Bombin and Matt DiBenedetto has gone on for quite a while now. It'll be interesting to see how many laps these two have led in the race. Although here is Donald trying to spoil the party. Donald, driver that I haven't spoken about until now, he just came out of nowhere. I mean, he was moving his way up to the top 10, but here he is now in second, trying to find a way around Point Bombin. Ooh, a little bit of battling here. Oh, Ryan Newman goes high. Oh, that might be the end of his race with the leaders. Ryan Newman gonna get shuffled all the way back. Very Ryan Truex-esque maneuver. Oh dear, Ryan Newman, his days up front might be over for now. Well, it was fun while it lasted. But here is Donald now going around Point Bombin. And actually a number of guys. Yeah, for Matt DiBenedetto stuck in the high line. I saw some lower line guys that Donald chased that up here. And here's Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, one of the drivers eligible for the MBTA cash prize. So Donald in the lead. And there goes Point Bombin once again around Donald. It's still anybody's race though. So we passed the halfway point a little bit. So this has been the race to get up to the halfway point. Now begins the race to the finish. But everything, this race is still totally up in the air. But I'll wait to see how long Point Bombin can stay up here. And here is Christopher Bell behind Chase Elliott. And Christopher Bell, again, one of the MBTA drivers, but, you know, Chris Bell could go for even more money next week if he could just qualify today. Now he's up to third. Point Bombin, however, about to lead a whole entire lap. Alright, first time we've seen, well, actually second time we've seen someone lead a complete lap. Very fitting that's Point Bombin. Well, Matt DiBenedetto, he's now shuffled back a bit. He's back down in 9th. And here's Martrix Jr., a driver that I haven't spoken about at all today until now. So you got more new guys up here. And Martrix Jr. now behind Chase Elliott. As Chase Elliott trying to lead a lap here. And Chase Elliott leads a lap in 8 Bull Super Speedway. But Martrix Jr. now about to try and steal the show. And here is Dunk. And Matt Vaneno, who was falling back a little bit, is now already back up here. That was pretty fast. And Martrix Jr. though. There's the Duck. This race is still wide open. I honestly just don't know who's going to win this race. I just can't predict it. And Chase Elliott, though, goes beneath Martrix Jr. and Fronto Bobbin as well, going down low. Chevy drivers sticking together. Well, I guess from now until the end of the race, we just gotta see what happens. With a little bit of a two-car tangle between Fronto Bobbin and Chase Elliott. And Fronto Bobbin, he's gonna try to get around Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's gonna lead another lap in the race, but now they gotta go over to Fronto Bobbin. Here comes Christopher Bell. You know, yesterday's Truck Series race, you didn't really see any of the MBTA drivers at all. However, for today, we could at least see a better performance from at least one of the MBTA drivers in Christopher Bell. And if Bell can finish in top 4 today, he'll be able to go for the money next week as well. I noticed the Cristiano Series isn't too far back. So we could see a little bit of MBTA competition, while also seeing some competition for the race winner. Here goes Christopher Bell to the bottom lane. Chase Elliott goes with him, and Christopher Bell now goes to the lead. First time in this MBT challengisms that we've seen an MBTA driver lead the race, and it is Christopher Bell at the April Super Speedway. Christopher Bell, he's definitely done some rather interesting things in the Cup Series just this year, you know, winning the season opener. Although I say that he did fall quite a bit of points after that, but then he won in Baskerville. Now that we're back in the States, I'll be interested to see, can he win another race. But here's Joey Logano, another driver that I haven't spoken about at all in this race, now up to first. Wow. Joey Logano, he's actually a driver that I've barely spoken about this season. And here he is up here in first. Now it's just the door on Christopher Bell. And Joey Logano trying to lead an entire lap. Well, not an entire lap, but lead most of a lap. We're at the April Super Speedway. So we're going to lead this lap, but Christopher Bell already going beneath him, and Clint Boyer staying behind. Clint Boyer, he was up here early in this race. I haven't talked about him in a little while in this race, but here he is back up here once again. Perhaps Boyer was just preparing for the ultimate climax of the race. Christopher Bell, however, now with the lead. I noticed the nuts in the background as well. He fell back. And Clint Boyer goes beneath Christopher Bell now. And here is Ryan Newman back up here. Ryan Newman, who was up here just a little bit earlier, shuffled back, but he is now back up front. And throwing the ball and trying to find a way up front as well. Meanwhile, Matt DiBenedetto, he shuffled all the way back. So there's like his little battle for the ball might just be over. But Freund Bobman's still battling with some front runners. Still anybody's guess though who's gonna win this race. And Freund Bobman now goes beneath Clint Boyer. And here is Fronito Bombin. Now back in first. And here's Cole Custer. You know, that's the fourth house driver that I've spoken about today. Wow, how about that? 2 hours racing actually pretty decent today. Well, at least they were doing decent at some point in the race. There is Clint Boyer up here. And here is Vernon Baldwin, who goes high. And Joe Logano and Clint Boyer follow each other going low. Not the smartest thing to do, but okay, I guess. And here is Oliver. Riding up here in the top 3. And Clint Boyer now goes beneath Joe Logano. And so does Oliver. Remember, since Oliver's been at victory lane. His first one of the year came back at Sonoma, which was quite a while ago, actually. Since he's really bounced up and down the point standings. The top 3 cars actually sticking together this time by. I think now we're at the point of the race where the leaders are going to get more defensive. That being said, there's no way Clint Boyer is going to be able to defend this field for another 15 laps. Case in point, as there they go already. Oliver goes low, and so does Fernando Bob. But Fernando Bob actually hesitated for a little bit to go low, but here he is going low now. And here is Percy Serp. I've barely spoken about the SOS Motorsports One drivers today. Well, apart from a couple, but you know, here's Percy Serp up here. And there goes Fernando Bob beneath Oliver. And yes, to the lead once again for Fernando Bobbin. You know, Fernando Bobbin, he's been the best driver of the whole weekend. Ever since he got up front here, he's never fallen back. Which, of course, is the experience of a driver who has raced as much as Fernando Bobbin. Here's Martin Jr. though, who I don't recall has won a race this season. There's been so many winners this season, it's hard to keep track of who's won and who's not. Although Martin Jr. has been pretty good in the point standings, he's in the playoffs, I think. And, but that being said, it will be interesting to see if he can win today's race. Martin Jr., last year's runner-up driver. This year's not doing as good, but still pretty good. And Phil Bottom going nuts! 3 wide for the lead as Fernando Bobbin goes all the way to the bottom lane. Brisbane gets a bit of a squeeze here between Fernando Bobbin and Martin Jr. as they're having their insane battle for the lead. But Fernando Bobbin ultimately going to succeed. But still quite a ways to go in the race. I still just can't put my finger on who's going to win this race. Although, Christian Bell, he was up here for a while. Not anymore, though. I think now it's entirely in the hands of Frointel Bobbin. But here goes all over beneath Frointel Bobbin now. Narvel leads with Purser falling behind. Now a couple of Sowas drivers up here now. I haven't really talked about these guys much in this race. They stick together going to this corner here. Also, he's a little bit of Denny Hamlin. Yeah, here comes Denny Hamlin. Pretty last minute maneuver, but hey, better late than never in these races. In fact, to be honest, the better you're running late in the race, the better chance you have of actually winning the race. As now that everyone's splitting up, and Feuerbach goes all the way to the bottom lane and takes the lead back into his hands. Now he's got to put up with Eric NROL and Denny Hamlin now here as well. So now I've reached a pretty important part of the race. This is going to sell the difference between who wins and who doesn't. Could be literally anybody. And Eric NROL, that's going to stay behind for the Bobbin. Okay, that was quite risky. Eric NROL, it looks like he was going to stay behind for the Bobbin, but he's like, no, I'm going to go beneath for the Bobbin. I'm going to take the lead here. With 10 laps to go. A little bit soon, but hey. I think although I think it is fair to say that the most important lap on the Super Speedway race is ultimately the final lap. So anything that is happening now could mean absolutely nothing when the white flag flies, which isn't too far away from now. And Eric NROL surging to the lead here at the April Super Speedway in front of Bobbin on the high line, but probably not for very long. And there's been a crash! Oh man, we've gone this long without a caution, but the caution has come out at the April Super Speedway. Oh man. I did not see that coming. But a caution has come out at the April Super Speedway. With less than 10 laps to go, this is the climax of the race. And the caution has come out at the April Super Speedway. Wow. Well, okay then. That came out of absolutely nowhere, but a caution has come out due to a pretty big accident. Let's now see what actually happened here to bring out that crash. You saw it first, but that was just insane. It came out of nowhere, it seemed like, but alright, so I mean, you saw in the background, though, pretty big accident, actually. Let's actually see what happened to bring this one out. Oh, Matt DiMatteo gets involved, unfortunately for him. Okay. It's actually a pretty big accident. Clint Boyd waiting for a tumble. Oh, man, a big pileup. Wow. Very big pileup. Very, very big pileup. I'm not going to look at this crash too much because it might crash the game if I look at this too much. But it looks like it started out actually with Clint Boyer. Oh no, it started with Denny Hamlin actually. He was up here a little bit. Okay, no, it was actually a couple guys. It was actually Kevin Harvick getting into Denny Hamlin. Just a wrong move at the wrong time. And they just couldn't keep it in hand. And the rest of the field behind just completely wrecks. Man, oh man, oh man. Ah. So welcome to the replay, and as you can see right now, it is now daylight, not cloudy anymore. That's just a side effect of using the replay thingamajig to show this crash in further details. So if you look at it again, we have Denny Hamlin here right on the high line, then he gets tagged by Kevin Harvick and then the crash just ensues. But if we look back a bit more to the root cause, so let's first of all inspect what happened with Denny Hamlin here. He went, just was at a bad place, and they came down while Kevin was coming up, and they tagged, and they linked up with each other, and then everything just went downhill from there. But I'm not sure what was up with Kevin Harvick here. Like, he just doesn't even try to avoid Denny Hamlin, he just drives right into him, and Clint Bowyer gets tagged as well, so Kevin Harvick not only ruined himself, but he also wrecked his teammate. Not something you want to see happen, but happened nonetheless. And that's just a side effect of racing at these big tracks at over 200 miles per hour. One of the other drivers worth inspecting is Matt DiBenedetto. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time when the crash happened, and he just got tagged by Kevin Harvick and then just got hit and crashed. Nothing that Matt DiBenedetto could have done there. He was just in his own, well, he was just minding his own business, just racing hard. Oh, Ryan Preece gets involved as well. Very big accident, but Matt DiBenedetto, who was leading earlier in the race, now with a very broken race car. And look at how much more has happened. Just a big pileup happened as a result of this big accident. They're still making contact with each other. Wow. A lot of drivers involved. Like Russell David, unfortunately. Oh, Russell David, man, oh man. Yet another tough day for Russell David here at the April Super Speedway. Wow. Anyways, so moving on from that crash just came out of absolutely nowhere. But I don't see anybody pitting. Anybody pitting? No, I don't think so. Yeah, but we do have the infinite tires and infinite fuel tanks on, so so none of the drivers that actually, or none of the drivers that are actually running good in this race aren't going to pit. But actually, surprisingly, no more drivers that did get involved in the crash, though. It looks like are going to. Well, I'm not going to pit. Douglas, it looks like his day is over. Wow. Actually, Matt DiBenedetto. Oh, Matt DiBenedetto, he was having a pretty good day up until that crash. Okay, well, I'm not going to say this changes everything, because it really doesn't. Just because the caution has come out doesn't mean it's going to change the whole entire outcome of the race. Because the field is most the same, and even when we get to speed, you know, that's, I mean, it can be important, but it's not really going to matter that much, to be honest, until we get to the very last lap of the race. And now we're going to have some slower car in the race, but it doesn't really matter because we're so close to the end of the race that lap traffic isn't really going to play a factor. So, yeah. So yes, we do indeed have slower cars now, but again, not really going to matter because we're very close to the end of this race. So Eric Almirola, of course, was the leader at the time of the caution. Yeah. I'm definitely, though, curious to see what actually happened, or more what happened in that crash. And yeah, I'm talking past tense. I'm not sure if I did that second minute yet or not, but whatever. I just don't, like I said, I don't want the game to crash. Okay, looks like we're going to take a couple more pace laps. Okay, well, everyone's here now, so I guess everyone that went up pit road is now actually, okay, except for Dave Shakes, but okay, well, that's unfortunate. So looks like everyone that went up pit road looks like their day is now over. So let's now skip to here. Alright, so lights now out on the pace car. Okay, so we're gonna go green with 5 laps to go in this race. This is gonna be insane. I have absolutely no idea who's gonna win. Yeah, they're actually still on pit road, but doesn't really matter. Just too late in the race. For a second, I thought we were gonna go the whole race without a caution. I mean, we went close. Happened with 10 laps to go. So, the question still remains though, who is going to win? Well, 5 laps to go. This time by. 5 laps to go when we get up to speed. 5 more laps to determine who will win today at Hillside. Hillside. Who will win today at the April Super Speedway. Tensions are building. Nice number of green cars up here, I've just noticed. Got Purdy, Oliver, Eric Jones. Okay, 3 green cars. And funny enough, that one green car isn't Fronto Bombin. You know, green happens to be Fronto Bombin. It's very colored, but he's sporting amateur colors for today. Right. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air at the April Super Speedway. 5 laps to go to determine the winner in this race. Bit of a sluggish start. Looks like we might be spending this entire first lap just getting up to speed. As Eric rolls through your leader. And there we go. Field going absolutely nuts now. That time of the race, Purdy, Oliver, everyone going absolutely nuts here. And Purdy surges to the lead now. And they're about to go 3 wide for second. Race between Eric Jones, Oliver, and Eric NROL, who's now been shoved on the high line. 4 laps to go. Purdy has the position. Well, I feel like he came close to hitting the wall there on that. That would have been scary. Oh dear, I think that didn't happen. And Purdy now in first, but Oliver actually taking behind, and Eric NROL. Field already getting back together now. For the Bob, we're going to shuffle back a little bit. And here is Christabel up here at the top 4. Here we go again. Oliver now to the bottom lane. Eric NROL following. I can at least tell you though, one of this race is gonna be one of the guys that's running up front right now. These are the guys that were running up front before the caution. They're still running up front now. Here we go. 3 laps to go. Oliver holds the position for now. But the field going absolutely nuts behind him. And here is Eric Jones. Behind Oliver. And Purdy's up there as well. It's still anybody's race though. Here we go on the straightaway. And Eric Jones goes beneath Oliver. Every single time the position's going to change whenever we go on the straightaway of any straightaway. And Christabel's going to get shoved 3 wide as Eric NROL on the people on the low line. Now with the speed. Eric Jones has the lead for now, but he might not have it for very long. 2 laps to go. Ooh, the low line becomes the high line now. They're going to lose out a little bit. And here's Oliver. Still behind Eric Jones. They hold the position now, but here we come onto the straightaway. This is where everyone goes wild. And there goes Oliver beneath Eric Jones. Here's Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell, who is currently qualified for the MBTA Triple Cup Challenge, but he's trying to go for a little bit more today. Christopher Bell, who fell back a little bit earlier on in the race before the caution, is now back up through here. How about that? But here we go. White flag. 1 more lap to go. It's going to be pretty close as Christopher Bell is falling behind Oliver. But can Oliver do a Johnny Saunders and lead this whole lap? Oliver, who hasn't won a race ever since the 3rd race season back at Sonoma. But Christopher Bell also trying to go for a 3rd win on the season. Man, only one driver can win this race though. Here we go. Underneath the bridge. Everyone goes wild. Oliver, Eric Jones goes beneath Christopher Bell to try to go for a lead. But it is not going to be enough as Oliver has now taken the lead in this race. And Oliver, who has not won a race since Sonoma. Oliver will come out of the final corner, and we will have another repeat winner in the season as Oliver will win the MBTA Triple Cup Challenge race number 2 at the April Super Speedway. Pretty cool. We're 2 for 2 with repeat winners in the MBTA Triple Cup Challenge. I mean, with how many drivers that have won multiple races, there has, or at least one race, I mean, with how many drivers that have won a singular race, there has been more repeat winners. And yeah, now we're 2 for 2 with repeat winners in the Cup Series. Looks like Phil DeBon was at Cristobal today. He fell back quite a bit, though. But there you go. That's the April Super Speedway. Pretty unpredictable. Especially with that crash that happened at the very end of the race. Or, not the pretty close to the end of the race. That came out of absolutely nowhere. I thought it was like we were going to go the whole race without a caution like we did in the Truck Series. But no, surprise caution comes out with less than 10 to go. And to be honest, it didn't really have that big of an impact on the outcome of this race. But it definitely made things rather interesting for a bit there. Well, anyways, that's that. And Christopher Bell is going to win the MBTA Triple Cup Challenge for this race, but unfortunately, he will not finish in top 5. Top 4, it came very close, though. Very close for Christopher Bell, but unfortunately, he will not finish in the top 4 and will not qualify for next week's Triple Cup Challenge. That honor will instead go to Oliver, who comes on with the win, with Eric Jones second, Eric Gumrola in third, and Donald in fourth. So we got 2 Source Morse drivers and then 2 of the Erics in this series. So those will be the drivers racing for the Triple Cup Challenge next week. So considering the rest of the grid, you've got Christopher Bell comes up with 5th, Chris Bush in 6th, Purdy Serp in 7th, Martin Jr. 8th, Ben Cook is 9th, Martin in 10th, Frank DeBob in 11th, Ricky Stones Jr. 12th, Cole Cousin 13th, Chase Elliott 14th, Alex Bowman 15th, Austin Dillon 16th, Rebecca 17th, Nia 18th, Joe Ligon 19th, Kurt Boyce 20th, Timson 21st, Reed Sorensen 22nd, William Barr 23rd, Brian Blaine 24th, Doug 25th, Russell David 26th, Matt Cannon 27th, Gurgen 28th, Danny Hammond 29th, Bub Wallace 30th, Ryan Priest 31st, Kevin Harvick 32nd, Brett Selski 33rd, Mommy 34th, Matt DeVinel 35th, Douglas 36th, James Six 37th, Tyler Wright 38th, Kyle Boyce 39th, Clint Boyer 40th, the Real Reserve 41st, and Jimmy Johnson with the 42nd. So, Eric he was up there. Oh dear, that's like it before Rick Stern the point standings, and he's going to finish very, very badly in the race standings. So, yeah. Nonetheless, that was a pretty interesting race from the April Super Speedway and a rather interesting race the past couple of races here at the April Super Speedway in general. So, that is it for the April Super Speedway. Going to a different track next week, and that'll be an interesting race indeed. But that's going to do it for this week. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you can, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.